Yeah.
I'm alright actually, yeah.
It's your first album, Uncle?
Yeah.
There you go, sir.
Cheers.
Been up to much?
If I've been up to much, I couldn't possibly divulge that sort of information. I'll take that as a no comment. I've been up to anything.
Any days of shopping then?
Yeah, I've done a bit yesterday, yeah. But other than that, I'm not at liberty to say what I've been up to.
Yeah. Have you
Where
seen
the
this?
shopkeepers on?
Pretty rude, actually.
Take this.
What about it?
It's a cartoon.
So, where's that from?
Today.
Who am I supposed to be then?
Not sure which one's you yet.
Oh, is it because we went shopping or something?
Yeah.
Shop? 70% off? I haven't seen any of that nonsense.
Oh, I think you gotta take a video and go shopping.
You ready now?
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm waiting for you lot.
Okay. Ready? Yeah. Okay. So now, just come back from Japan.
Yeah.
Just recently come back from the States tour. How's it compared to like last time? I mean, how the fans responded to the new album?
What in America?
Yeah.
Well, we didn't split up, so that's quite different from last time. It's going all right, you know. It's going as well as we expected, I suppose. All the gigs were sold out, and we got towards the end of it, and we didn't pull any gigs, and we had a good time. Yeah, it's been good. It's been good so far.
How's everyone responding to the new album? Have you...
Well, it depends who you talk to. If you talk to the critics in England, then they hate it. But if you talk to the kids, then they love it. So, I don't know. I'm not, you know, it's pretty hard to judge how people, I mean, you know, all that matters is like, you know, if the fans of the band like it, then that's all that matters. We're not really interested in whether like journalists like it or anything like that. You know, that's not really important. Really. Well, 7 million people bought it, so, you know, there must be 7 million people who sort of semi-like it, I would imagine. I haven't seen any in a bargain bucket yet.
I was just saying that now that you work under a lot less pressure, am I right in saying that?
No, it's probably the opposite. I think, I don't, well, depends how you perceive pressure, doesn't it? You know what I mean? It's like, I mean, you always want to better yourself. You always want to, you know, you always want to, I mean, the pressure for me comes from myself, you know what I mean? To better my songwriting and to, you know, just to supersede everything that I've done before. But we're not put under any pressure by the record company like that, you know, because, you know, creation ain't like that, you know, isn't run like that. So, you know, there is pressure and then there isn't, you know. So it's not like pressure like, you know, like homeless people are under pressure, aren't they? Because they've got nowhere to live, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Are you writing more stuff now than you were?
No.
Oh, I was going to ask you, you wrote most of the stuff for Morning Glory like a long time before, Say We'll Be Here Now.
Yeah.
Just jumping ahead a bit, I mean, have you written, does that mean that you've written a lot of stuff for the fourth album now?
No, well, you mean, usually write a lot of the stuff on this album, like Stand By Me, Don't Go Away, Girl in a Dirty Shirt, I sort of like were written before the first album, really. So I tend to write sort of like 3 albums at a time, but I've sort of stopped myself from writing at the moment because, you know, I just want to sort of like take a year off from writing, really, and make a contemporary record next time, I suppose, as opposed to, you know, trying to make a record that sounds like it was recorded in 1968, you know what I mean?
Sure.
So, but, you know, it's not a sprint, it's not a contest, and it's not a race. It's not about, you know, let's get the next album out as quickly as possible. It's not about that, you know.
Yeah.
It's just about, you know, basically I'm just a lazy bastard. I
There
can't be arsed writing anything at the moment.
There was a rumour that you were planning to release the fourth album to the year 2000. Is that any truth in that?
Well, I mean, at the end of this tour, which is March, we're taking the rest of the year off, so I'll probably start writing another album in the spring of next year. So that that could take, you know, a couple of months to write, and then I got to demo it, which could take another and then to record it could take 6 months. So Probably not going to see another Oasis album probably until the turn of the century, really. But I mean, you know, people go, whoa, hang on a minute. It's only like 2 years, you know what I mean?
That's true.
I mean, it's like, you know, we're almost halfway through 1998, you know. But, you know, just got to let all these other tossers have their, like, 15 minutes of fame, haven't you?
Any more singles coming out? I mean, I personally thought the B-sides to Stand By Me should have been in the album. I mean, because they were just...
Oh, well, thank you very much. Well, I actually thought the B-sides for Stand By Me was shite, apart from Going Nowhere. And I wrote them. But, no, the record company want to put out Don't Go Away, but Over My Dead Body, will there be another single coming out?
Why's that?
Well, because if you have an A-side, you have to have a B-side, and I'm not writing any songs, so they can fuck right off as far as I'm concerned.
Okay, I think I was going to ask you, like, I know Liam's like learned to play the guitar and everything.
Has he really?
Well, that's what
Has he?
confirmed, yeah.
That's fucking news to me.
Do you get any credit for the rest of the band? I mean, and if you do you like... I mean,
Well, the thing about the chaps is, they're the greatest songwriters in their own bedroom, and then when it actually comes to putting their balls on the line and actually trying to do something about it, you'll find that they'll sort of retire to the bar. And, you know, but I suppose one day one of them will write a song, and I'm sure it'll be dreadful.
has Liam submitted anything to you though? Like,
Has he submitted anything?
like,
Just himself.
okay.
No, he's not submitted anything. No. I mean, you know, Liam tells me that he's got an album written already, but you know, until the day that I hear him play it on guitar, then it doesn't exist as far as I'm concerned. You know.
Goldie released this album like 2 weeks ago, I think it was. And you helped him out on one of the tracks.
How did it do in England? Did it go number one? Did it?
Don't think no.
It didn't.
Didn't. Even with your help. But I was going to say, your guitar playing was a bit of a departure. And that, I mean, did you have any say in that, or was it all?
Well, with guitar playing, it's horses for courses, isn't it? It's like it's whatever the track like requires, you know. The guitar playing on the Goldie track was particularly sort of punk rock because it's sort of a punk rock track, really. That's the way I see it. And you know, I mean, I don't know. I just plug in and play. You know, when I'm doing tracks for other people, if they like it, then that's fine. I just play. You know what I mean? I mean, you know, I don't even. I consider myself to be an average guitarist. I don't consider myself to be in the same league as like, you know, great guitarist, because I ain't that good really. I'm a good songwriter, you know, but I'm not. I mean, I can busk it on guitar. I think if you'll find I actually play the same guitar solo on about 14 of our songs, really. But it's a good guitar solo though.
Have you written anything that you're keeping aside for solo stuff, but you're not going to put in the band? Or, you know?
No. I mean, this is. I get asked this question all the time about solo this, solo that, and you know, if I've said it once, I've said it 1,000 times. I'm in a band, right, and its name is Oasis. And once the band is finished, I won't be going solo. It's as simple as that. Because you know, I'll be in one band and one band only, and that's this band. And you know, like I'm 30 now. You know, it's like, you know, I'm not going to be pissing about like Eric Clapton man when I'm 50 odd. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, because you know, you do things like, you know, I wouldn't particularly want to go solo anyway. You know, be boring.
How long do you think see Oasis going on? Long as the Stones, or?
Not
thinking that far ahead.
Well, to be honest with you, I ought to be out of it by the time I'm 35, so I'll give myself another 5 years. I mean, I don't want to be fighting about like Keith Richards and Mick Jagger. Well, it's not on really, is it? You know what I mean? I mean, it's just, you know, it's like they seem to be, you know, reliving their youth again and again and again and again. You know, it's like they're 50 years of age, for crying out loud. You know what I mean? Go look after your fucking grandkids. You know what I mean? You know, this is like a young man's game, isn't it? Saying that, I do like Neil Young though. But and then saying that, I would probably be doing the same interview sat here when I'm 62 with a Zimmer frame going, yeah, oh, I love playing live and I really love to do it for another 30 years. Actually, it'd be great to be going on stage when you're like 150 with a colostomy bag and that. Wouldn't it be top, man? Like forgetting the words to all the songs. That'd be great, wouldn't it? Be geriatric old rock star. Which is not unlike the Rolling Stones, actually. Apart from Ronnie Wood, he was a geezer. More power to you, Rob.
Okay, no, rock and roll star. Correct me if I'm wrong. You've been heard saying that. You've said everything you wanted to say in that one song, and the lyrics. Has that changed at all?
No, I don't. I hate writing lyrics. It's the one thing that does my head in the songwriting process. It's like, because once you've written about going out and having it large, and coming home and shagging your bird, and then what else is there to write about? I ask myself. It's like you just sort of like, you just sort of like repeat yourself in it, which is generally what I do. I just try to make it rhyme, you know what I mean? And lyrics are rubbish anyway, man.
That sounds good.
Well, what's a champagne supernova? I ask you. I wrote it. I don't even fucking know what it is. Sounds good, though, doesn't it?
Just going back a little on, I hate to bring it up, but when things weren't going so good with the band, back in '96, I mean, I know you're good friends with Paul Weller, I know you're getting pretty well with you two. I mean, were they around to give you any advice at the time? I mean, like...
Well, you see, the thing about me is I'm really good at giving advice. I'm not that good at taking it, Though saying that there was sort of like about a 2-month period where it was touch and go for a while, but everybody knew what everybody had to do to make the band go on. It wasn't like searching for answers or anything like that. It's like Liam had to stop being a twat, Bonehead had to stop drinking, I had to stop being a bit of an egomaniac, which I've not quite got around to yet. But everybody knows what everybody's got to do, like, to make it work. And, it's all part of growing up, anyway.
Okay.
I think.
Just lastly, I know, like, obviously we all know how well you get on with Richard Ashcroft and Verve, like the flavour here almost last year. I mean, so obviously that'll be one of your favourite albums of last year. What else? I mean.
What albums last year?
Yeah, favourite single.
Corner Shop, the Travis album. I don't. Saying that though, I like Radiohead and The Verve and Travis and Chemical Brothers and Prodigy, but I don't really think that anybody's made a great album for the last 5 years, and that's us included. You know what I mean? I just, I think, I don't know, man. With like the Verve album, I think there's about 6 songs on it that are top, and just 4 that just don't do it for me. But people don't like great albums anymore. It's as simple as that. I mean, I think the last great album ever written by a British group is definitely Maybe. And that's not being arrogant. That's a fact.
What do you think of Sway's last album coming up?
Rubbish.
I thought so. Okay. We're done.
Should have been called Throwing Up.
Okay.
We're done.
Okay. Thanks, man. Cheers.
Adios.